Good morning and welcome to Visioning. I have a burning question to start us out this morning. Are you living your highest potential? Because that is the end game to visioning, living your highest potential. So my name is Gail Morton, and I'm here with my 5 ministerial student colleagues and friends to engage you in this morning's visioning process. So let's introduce them now and have each share a fun fact that might surprise you or maybe even shock you. Let's begin with Cheryl.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Guess, and a fun fact about me is I really enjoy humor. I love to laugh. I have to mute myself all the time because I'll be giggling out loud.
Hi, my name is Brad Wenker, and since Gail said a shocking thing, so I'll add 2 to mine. One was I was speaking at a church. I had 2 services, and I went to use the restroom between the services and discovered my zipper was already down. But the other fun fact is during a Sunday service, I sang a little song and then proposed to my former wife.
Well, my name is Lori Savage, and I don't think I can top that. But a fun fact about me is I used to be a short order cook. So I can make you eggs quickly.
Hi, I'm William Conway. A nice little fun fact about me is I'm very creative, which means my mind is always bouncing from one idea to another. I constantly have to remind my wife that her living hell is someone else's paradise.
Good morning. My name is Dale Olansky, and a fun fact that you may not know about me is that in the 1980s, I was on an archaeological dig and I unearthed an artifact that ended up supporting the professor's thesis regarding the tribe that we were studying. So that's something not a lot of people know about me.
And for me, my name is Gail Morton. And a fun fact that I think will surprise you and maybe also intrigue you a bit is on my first trip to Paris, France, my husband and I were escorted out of the Eiffel Tower at gunpoint by the French military guard. So you're right, there's a whole lot more to that story, but guess what? We're going to be here next week at 10, the following week at 10, maybe even the following week at 10, so more to come. So with these fun facts and these introductions in mind, this is your visioning team this morning. So if you're new to visioning or you haven't experienced it in a while, no worries. I'm going to walk you through an overview so you can know exactly where you're headed. So in a nutshell, visioning is a spiritual process, and it empowers you to live your highest potential in the 4 life structures, sometimes called the 4 pillars or the 4 legs or corners of a table, which include your health, relationships, finances, and your creative expression. Your creative expression being how you engage in the world with your work, with your play. So I'd like you all to take out your paper and pen, and I'd like you to draw 1 vertical line right down the center of your paper. Draw a vertical line right down the center of your paper. And then draw a horizontal line across the middle of the paper, so that you've created 4 quadrants. Now, starting in the upper left quadrant, write health. Upper right quadrant, write relationships. Lower left quadrant, finances. And lower right quadrant, creative expression. You can now use these 4 quadrants to document your download during the visioning process. So in effect, visioning places you in contact with the unique blueprint of your own soul. And the download I'm talking about is the spiritual vision for each of these 4 life structures. So what does that look like? Well, let's walk through an example. So say you've got the opportunity to choose between 2 great job offers, and you're not sure which one will make the highest use of your talents and your skills. So how do you use visioning to bring forth that vision and that clarity into that decision-making process? Well, this is how it works. First, you're going to enter into a deep state of consciousness through a period of affirmative prayer. And then you'll ask yourself 4 questions, which we're going to guide you through today. So example would be, in my health, what's the highest vision for my life? Or in my relationships, what's the highest vision for my life? And then you're going to listen with the highest level of alertness, knowing that the greatest secret of the universe is about to be whispered in your ear. And after each question, there's going to be a minute of silence, during which you'll open yourself up to receiving a response or a download. Now, the response might be a color, an image, a vision, or maybe even just a feeling, or all of the above. And the feeling might be a good one or not so good one. Either way is okay. Think about each response as being a piece of a puzzle that you will then construct. So some people take notes throughout each step or question of visioning, and others wait until the end of the session to take notes. Either way is fine, your choice. What's important is that you document what comes forth. So no matter how complete or incomplete you feel your vision is coming through, just give it a sacred yes. And last but not least, express gratitude, knowing that the vision is already taking form, that it's been vibrating within you and waiting, just waiting to spring forward. So with this overview, your 6 ministerial students will guide you through visioning. A word to the wise, don't be fooled by the simplicity of this practice. Its potency resides in your ability to really enter into a receptive state of consciousness and to activate your intuition, to receive its guidance, and to put what is revealed then into action. So visioning stands alone, and some people like to add a vision board. And that's next week's session, the vision board. So with this overview, Dale, please pray us in.
Thank you, Gail. I invite everybody to close your eyes and just relax into your chair or your couch, wherever you're sitting, and just breathe a big breath of air into your lungs. And as we exhale, let us just let go of any expectations, anything that's happened prior to this moment, as we become present to what is this beautiful sacred time, this opportunity to explore the inner depths of our soul, to reach behind the scenes into that vessel of wisdom that dwells within all beings. And so I am knowing for each and every person that is gathered here today, an amazing experience of illumination, of recognition of what has always been there, that is now getting an opportunity to come forward as vision, the vision of life that is grand and glorious, the vision of life that allows to be self-expressed as health, as wellness, as joy, as prosperity, as creativity, as love. And so I am just very grateful to hold this sacred container with my beloved co-students, just knowing that great things are unfolding for each and every person. And so I know that as we bring our focus from the head to the heart and allow that space within ourselves to expand outward, to be able to dive deep, to feel the presence of spirit, to allow that light to permeate our conscious awareness, to let what is ready to be seen, no matter what it looks like, not to judge a thing that's coming up, because what's coming up is coming from the soul that yearns to be recognized, the soul that yearns to be expressed, the soul that yearns to be lived into, so the highest and best good can be lived by all of us. And so as we take this journey together, I am knowing that we are in good company. I know that we are able just to relax into this time, knowing that we are so loved, knowing that we are so in our right and perfect way. And so knowing in my heart and soul that everything is unfolding with ease and grace, I'm grateful. I'm so grateful to know that as we take this journey, we are open and receptive to whatever comes through, knowing it is absolutely perfect for life to expand, to open up, so that our dreams can be made manifest. And so, with that said, I now release my word as law, knowing it is absolutely done. As we say together, and so it is. And so now we begin our inquiry into our vision.
Regarding my health, what is the highest vision for my life? Regarding my health, what is the highest vision for my life? Regarding my health, what must I release to be an open space for this vision to emerge? Regarding my health, what must I release to be an open space for this vision to emerge? Regarding my health, what must I embrace and embody in order to ignite this vision? Regarding my health, what must I embrace and embody in order to ignite this vision?
Regarding my relationships, what is my highest vision for my life? Regarding my relationships, what must I release to be an open space for this vision to emerge? Regarding my relationships, what must I release to be an open space for this vision to emerge? Regarding my relationships, what must I embrace and embody in order to ignite this vision? Regarding my relationships, what must I embrace and embody in order to ignite this vision?
Regarding my finances, what is the highest vision for my life? Regarding my finances, what is the highest vision for my life? Regarding my finances, what must I release to be an open space for this vision to emerge? Regarding my finances, what must I release to be an open space for this vision to emerge? Regarding my finances, what must I embrace and embody in order to ignite this vision? Regarding my finances, what must I embrace and embody in order to ignite this vision?
And finally, regarding my creative expression, what is my highest vision for my life? Regarding my creative expression, what is my highest vision for my life? In regards to my creative expression, what must I release to be an open space for this vision to emerge? According to my creative expression, what must I release to be an open space for this vision to emerge? In regards to my creative expression, what must I embrace and embody in order to ignite this vision? In regards to my creative expression, what must I embody and embrace in order to ignite this vision?
Before we conclude our visioning, let us ask one more question. Is there anything else I need to know? Is there anything else I need to know? And so as we just allow ourselves to feel what we are feeling and experience whatever we're experiencing, knowing that a portal has been opened to our deeper reservoir of wisdom, of light, of love, of energy that is vast and boundless. And as we have opened ourselves up to a greater wisdom, a greater energy, a greater field of possibilities, we bring that vision that is so clear into reality, into conscious awareness, knowing that even though we are leaving this field, it is always there and it is giving forth all that we are asking to be revealed. And so I know there is great gratitude in what has just taken place, knowing that we have given ourselves a gift of vision, a gift of living our lives from what is nestled in our heart and soul to live into, knowing it is ours to do, knowing its time has come. And so I know that as we leave this beautiful experience, it always goes with us, that we are always in the presence of the wisdom, of the vision. And so we allow whatever information is coming forward, whether it's a color, whether it's just a knowing, whether it's a word, whether it's an idea, no matter what, we keep ourselves open to that stream of energy that is coming forth to us to see, to know, to embrace, to free us, to live the highest and best life, the life of our dreams, the life that resonates with the center of our beingness, knowing this is our divine nature that is yearning to be lived into and expressed by means of us. So I invite you now to take a moment to just be present, to begin your return to this time and space that we occupy together, giving yourself the space, the ease to become aware of where you are now, aware of the chair that you're sitting in, aware of your surroundings, aware of your body temple. Might want to wiggle your toes and your hands to just feel the energy that circulates throughout your entire beingness. Being present to whatever you're experiencing right now, knowing it's absolutely perfect, knowing that you are in good hands, knowing that you have given yourself a gift of sight, of inner sight, and knowing that that never goes away. You've awakened yourself to something very big and very powerful, something that not only serves you, but serves all of humanity. And so to thank yourself for partaking in this visioning, for allowing yourself to embrace what is so beautiful and boundless within you, that is life, that is the one life, that is the life of God that all are. and to be able to experience that life through your vision, through what is calling you. And just to allow yourself now to be that, knowing it is desiring to be lived through you, by you, because you are it and it is you. And so as we continue coming back into this time and just feeling present, feeling grounded, feeling centered, just feeling alive, energized, excited about what is coming through. And just knowing we've tapped something so wonderful that is always there, something we can always, always connect into because it's always there, it's always alive. And so let's take a couple more seconds to bring ourselves back into this time. And whenever you feel like you're here and you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. And William will take us through into our next segment.
Thank you, Dale. I invite you to take a deep breath in. Allow what we've experienced today to go with you throughout this week. Allow yourself to keep a journal. Take mental notes throughout your day of the thoughts that come in regards to this visioning that we have done. Things will come up throughout the week. Allow them to be embedded into your heart. Keep this mindset and be open. Allow the vision to carry you throughout this week so that next week, as we do our vision boards, we have the resources, the information to create a life that we desire, deserve, and dictate. We are the creators of our life. And I and the Sensational Six thank you.
Well, I'm just going to jump in right now because we've ended a little early and I know some people have already posted some comments. And we weren't planning on answering questions, but we know that we have to surrender to a greater intelligence. So let's go ahead. If you guys are good, Sensational Six, shall we open ourselves up to any comments or anything that people, okay? So
Sure.
Those of you that are out there, if there's anything you want to share, I'd love to read something somebody already wrote to us. This is wonderful. I have my vision boards, but this is deeper for me now. Thank you, Barbara. Yeah, it looks like people really enjoyed having some deeper openings through visioning.
And someone asked, what is creative expression? So I know for me, the first time I heard that, I thought art, like what do I create in the world of art? But it's your work. It's how you show up in the world. It's everything. It's who you are out in the world. So your creative expression is whatever you make of it.
I'm going to piggyback. Oh, sorry, William. William,
No,
you go ahead. Or Cheryl.
Oh, sorry about that. We're working on getting our coordination down. But for me, creative expression was one of those things where I thought I had the other three pillars under control pretty well. I had my relationships, I had my health, and I had my finances and all that. And I thought, oh, well, I got 3 out of 4. So what am I worried about? But, and I never really recognized that I did have creative expression until I went to work as an activities director. And all of a sudden I started creating all this stuff and I had no idea that I had that capability. So open your mind up to not just your work, not just your art, not just that, but just open your mind up to seeing how you are actually creating every second of your life. That's your creative expression.
I love that, Cheryl. And as ministerial students, we're all studying Emerson right now. And he was all about allowing our unique expression to be whatever it is that's coming up. So for me, it's like Lori was saying, it's not just about art. It's about how do you speak? How do you look at the world? What is unique to you and everything that is coming through you? Because we're all unique and we're all here to be who we are. We're not here to be like everybody else. We're not automatons. We're here to be the unique expression that we all are. And so to me, that's opening the door to every part of whatever is coming through me without hiding it or stomping on it or curtailing it. It's really being who we are. And it comes out, it comes out in how you dress. It comes out in how you view anything in your life. So we can never underestimate our creativity. It's everywhere.
Well, and you might wonder why we call it 4 life structures and why in our visioning we included all 4 of the life structures. And that's because, as Cheryl said, she had 3 in place and didn't realize that 1 was missing. Well, it's important for your health, your happiness, and your wholeness that all 4 life structures are solid, they're creative, they're expanding, they're growing in all different ways. So that's why it's important to include all 4 life structures.
Sometimes they're called the legs of the table, and you don't want your table to be wobbly.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Any other questions? Do we have Jeff coming in? Jeff is our go-between. It does so far. There are no questions right now. Brad, how was the visioning for you? We were doing the visioning as we were leading it as well. Brad, do you want to speak to anything?
No, it's just a really powerful thing. I really see a few hundred people taking this recording and just sitting with it and being with it and see what comes up for them again, because it's really about assisting us in getting in a space of quiet and really letting that connection with spirit within us do its more abundant and powerful and graceful flow to whatever's before us in our life, whether we have a decision or we just don't even know, but we know there's something that's supposed to happen there, and just breathe and really let that be.
I see that we do have a question from Joyful One. It's in, would home be under creative expression? I'm searching for a home. I would say yes, that is definitely under creative expression. What is the vision for the house that you desire? Where you want to hang your head at night? That is definitely part of the creative expression. Vision on where you want to live, how you want to live. Not necessarily so specific as Dr. Joe says in one of his sermons, don't look for 123 Maple Street. You embody the ideas and the feelings about what that home and the qualities of that home will bring you. And that's what you focus on. But a home is also part of the other quadrants as well, are all part of the legs. It's the finances, it's also the relationship. There is a relationship between a home and yourself. It really is a relationship. So yes, it is part of your creative expression, but it's also part of all the other ones combined.
I want to piggyback on that, William, and I know, Gail, you probably want to talk to it too. Something that is really important to include in the visioning and everything else is you want, especially with this home, I love that question. And I thought it was interesting because Elizabeth is like the quintessential artist of the home, I think. She's just right. But what I say too about a home is a home that supports your creative self-expression, every part of our life to support our creative self-expression. We want every part of our life to support all the 4 pillars. All those 4 pillars. It's so important for us to be healthy and well and joyful and self-expressed, for everything to be balanced and at the same level of being able to be fulfilled. And something that I don't know if we talked about it, but Dr. Joe does something where you have your pillars, and somebody asked what they are. It's health and wellness, financial prosperity and abundance, creativity, and relationships. Those are the 4 pillars or the legs of the table. But somebody, I think Dr. Joe does this thing where you put how good is each of the are you doing within each of those quadrants, and then you have your dots, and then you connect the dots. And if your dots are all wobbly, like you're great over in self-expression, creativity, but your health is down here, you want there to be a perfectly balanced circle. That's when you know that you're living a balanced life and all of your parts of your life are on the same level of wholeness and wellness and expression. So
may I add to that too, Dale, that your creative expression is also in your finances. How are you creatively expressing your finances? But your finances are in your creative expression. They're all part of each other. So you can look at your health from a creative expression point of view. How can I creatively change the patterns that I'm doing right now to increase the quality of my health? And then with your relationships, if you're not healthy, how's your relationship going to be? So they're all just so integral to each other. So ask the question of health. What am I doing creatively to improve my health? What am I doing creatively to improve my relationships? So it's just all so integral. Each part is so necessary to the whole.
And just to reiterate, I think we had one more question regarding the 4 life structures. So you might remember Lori went through health, and Cheryl relationships, Brad was finances, and William was creative expression. And just to be clear, visioning itself is a standalone process. And you can use visioning and the questions that we walked you through really for any decision-making process in your life. And you may notice that when you come to a practitioner session, it wouldn't be uncommon for us to ask you, how are you doing in regard to your relationships? How are your finances? What about your creative expression and your health? And we're asking those questions specifically because those are the 4 pillars that you stand on. And if one of them is out of balance, then you're going to feel out of balance. And again, as I said at the beginning of this session, it's all about reaching your highest potential. And this is but one tool that you can use. Another tool, which we will be sharing next week at 10 o'clock on Wednesday morning, is the vision board process. Some people love to follow a visioning session with a vision board. So please, when you come next week, bring everything that came forth, all of your download that came forth, everything that you've been journaling on all week, everything that came forth from this session, just bring it all, because we will be constructing then a vision board. And you can also use the vision board process by itself. So what we're trying to do is share some tools that you can use to really build out those 4 life structures, those 4 pillars in your life.
I also want to provide anybody who participated today or anybody who watches this at another time, because some people might be tuning in at a different time than we're live broadcasting. If you want to talk to any of us or to a practitioner about what came up for you, we're here for you, because if this is your first time visioning, it may have been confusing to you, or you might want some help on some of the symbols that may have come up for you. And we're more than happy to talk to you or listen to you and see what came up, because it's really interesting what ends up coming up. It might surprise you. You might get symbols that you're not really sure how to decipher them, or anything else that broke through. I love to hear what people, what they come up with, and any clarity I can provide, or if you just want someone to listen to you, reach out to us. I think you can contact the office and they will connect you with whoever you want to talk to, because sometimes you need a little extra support through visioning, because you might be awakening to something you just never knew was there, and you might just want a little prayer to keep that going. And we're here to support you through any experience you had through this visioning.
That looks like all the questions that we have for now. So thank you so much for joining us in Visioning, and we'll be back next week on Wednesday at 10 a.m. with Vision Board.
I think we're still live and somebody asked a question. You know, you can't control this stuff. I want to go ahead and get this question answered. Would you go over again the 3 questions you asked for each pillar? Let's have each person who did each one of my cohorts, go ahead and go through your questions with everybody, if you could. Let's start with, let's go ahead and start with who began our quadrants. Lori, you want to start with yours?
I did. Yes. Regarding my health, what is my highest vision for my life? And then regarding my health, what must I release to be an open space for this vision to emerge? And then regarding my health, what must I embrace and embody in order to ignite this vision?
And I was relationships. So regarding my relationships, what is my highest vision in my life? And regarding my relationships, what must I release to be an open space for this vision to emerge? And regarding my relationships, what must I release? Oh, I'm sorry. Must I embrace and embody in order to ignite this vision?
So I'm going to sidestep here regarding finances or anything in your life. 4 questions. What's the highest vision of this? What do I need to release for it to happen? What do I need to embrace for it to happen? What else do I need to know?
And in regards to creative expression, what is my highest vision for my life? Regarding creative expression, what must I release to be open for this vision to emerge? Regarding creative expression, what must I embrace and embody in order to ignite this vision?
And then we asked the last question, which was, is there anything else I need to know? And just to give you a little background about this, why these 3 questions, because you can always change the questions, but what we wanted to give to you as the opportunity to first, you get a glimpse of the vision, or you see the vision. And then we have to ask ourselves what we need to release that might be blocking that vision. And once we get tuned into that, we can let go of that, then we can come to the realization of what we need to embody or embrace to ignite the vision. So there's a science around this. And if you're interested, by the way, in learning more about visioning, Michael Beckwith has a wonderful visioning program. A lot of what we did is based on what he teaches. And I think his book is called Visioning. Brad, is that what it's called? Life Visioning, perhaps?
Life visioning.
Life Visioning. And I think there's a book, and there's possibly CDs as well. And it's absolutely wonderful. And he goes into greater depth with certain aspects of visioning and life visioning. So if this is something that has ignited an interest in you, definitely check him out, because you'll get even more details. And he takes you through a couple of visionings. So anyways, I think we're done. Yes. Okay. Thank you for being organic with us. We just have to follow the lead of where we're being guided. And it's been a joy to be with all of you today. And we love hanging out with you and doing fun things with you. And we've got more creativity and fun experiences for you to partake in with us. And next week, it's all about the vision board. So come join us and bring your scissors and your glue and your poster boards if you want to play with us. So have a great week. We love you, and we'll see you next time.
Have a great day.